do you want to, I think we're ready for questions, or Jamie, do you want to say anything, or?
I'll briefly, just before questions. So I'm Jamie West. I'm the Shadow Minister for Labour. And this morning, before coming to the press conference, I was prepping for Bill 6, which has to do with removing people who are homeless and living with addictions from our parks. And I think there's an oversight here while Doug Ford and Minister Piccini are constantly giving money back to WSI, to employers. They're not recognizing the fact that workers who are injured are statistically more denied than accepted in their claims. And as much as they wrap their hands around building trade workers, I worked in construction for 10 years, the reality is in construction you do get hurt and you make a decent wage, and it's difficult to make ends meet when you're not accepted for WSIB, and when you're fighting with WSIB, and when you're worried about losing your home, when you're worried about losing access to sending your kids to soccer or hockey, you go back to work hurt and you self-medicate. That's for those who are fortunate enough to be able to return to work. Those who don't are more than likely to be on WSIB if they're able to, and slowly begin to lose their dignity and lose their ability to pay for things. And those who aren't able to get on WSIB end up on ODSP, where they cannot even afford market rent. We are in a situation where the government of the day, the Conservative government, is forcing people to become unhoused and passing bills to remove them from the park instead of doing what is right and taking care of these workers. This is a hardship for Ontario's workers, but it's also a hardship for the WSIB workers who are trying to do their jobs and are suppressed by the Conservative government to help workers. It is shameful what they're doing. It is shameful that they're not standing up for workers and that they pretend to be the government of working for workers with 7 bills that are basically, for the most part, retreads of existing legislation. It's become commonplace and a joke in my bill when I'm debating bills that I have a section called "This is already a law." If Minister Piccini and Doug Ford, the Premier, were serious about working for workers, we wouldn't be in situations like this where workers cannot afford rent, where workers cannot get compensation when they're injured, and where workers who are helping injured workers have to go to picket lines or consider going on picket lines to stand up for workers in the workplace. It's shameful and embarrassing. We can do better, and people of Ontario deserve better than what they're getting.